switching gears, using your diagrams, make your bulkheads and your main gear mounts. That's 1/4 by 1/2 basswood, and the bulkheads are made from 1/8 light ply. 5-minute epoxy these parts on. And that's a 3/8 square maple. That's going to be used for a couple things. Main gear will mount on that. And the retract strut will attach to that. Oh, this is going to be a strong mount. Alright, check that out. All epoxied on. Measure 3 1/4 inches back. Add G3 right on the 3 1/4 inch mark. Okay, cut your maple retract mount blocks and bolt them down, and then epoxy them in with 5-minute epoxy in place. Do both sides. Remove the retract gear from the wood mount, and we're going to carbon fiber this. We're going to make it nice and strong. Got the zap and some kicker. These are the positions that we're going to carbon fiber. We're going to take it step by step. Wrap a piece around just like this. Hold it with your fingers and we'll just saturate it with zap. Kind of just tack it down. Then we'll cut it, and now we'll really saturate it. Add the carbon fiber in much the same manner. And cut it. Alright, look at that. The structure is now coming together. It's now getting tough. One big long piece. Hold it tight. You want that carbon fiber to stay nice and tight. Alright, look at there. All the carbon fibers on. That is nice and strong. Components for the scale gear. Bend your wire. And then put a groove in there for the hex nut. The Robart gear. Okay, next we're going to make our shocks. The brass tube supplied. Use the templates. Make a bend. Flatten it right out. You could also use a vise. And bend it on over. We'll crimp it to itself, and we'll flatten the rest of it. You're going to love these shocks. These things work so nice. Okay, make your marks and then just cut it. Make your circle there for your drill. And there's our mark there for how far the shock should travel. Okay, we're just using a razor blade. We sharpen up some of the brass tubing, and now we're just going to drill into a sponge rubber type. It's a car tire, actually. Makes for a perfect shock. You're going to fill your shock with these little pellets. I'm amazed at what this gear can handle. We've put it through our tests. We've hit it pretty hard. Alright, stuff those little foam pellets in there. Yeah, it's pretty hard to compress there. Should have about 6 pounds before it hits that one mark. Okay, now we're going to use our aluminum arrow tube, and we're going to make our retract strut. And use a screwdriver and open that up after you cut it. Okay, we're going to use Sig Easy hinges. Okay, cut 2 hinges, 3/16 inch wide. And put them both together. And stuff them in your arrow tube. Get your other side and use your template. There we go. Get our template and we'll CA these together. Put a little CA in there. Get a little more in there. Alright, be easy. Crimp one end. Crimp it twice. Gotta be careful you don't cut through that tube. Alright, let's recheck it there. Yeah, push it in a little bit more. Looking good, looking good. Bend it on over just to make sure. Oh, that looks great. Let's crimp it. Here's your retract strut. That works nice. Easy to make. Okay, we're going to use some aileron connectors here. Okay, drill out your aileron connector. And fit into the end of your arrow tubing. Simply just crimp it. And that's locked in. Do it to both sides. Okay, on our long side, using the template as a guide, Dremel out the middle section. Be sure and wear safety glasses for this operation. And clean it out with your X-Acto knife until you can fit another aileron connector in there. Okay, drill this one out. And using a 440 wire, just put that in there like a bearing. It should rotate nice and easy. Drill out another aileron connector to 11/64. And we'll check it out. We'll slip it right over our 5/32 wire. And we'll put a wheel collar right behind it. Alright, cut our little brass pieces, and now we're going to measure up where we're going to drill. Line up right through there. and drill out with a Dremel tool. Alright, we got our bolt and our blind nut. Add your brass piece. It's kind of a bearing for the main shock strut. And fit right into the hole there. Check out the fit. Okay, let's mount our 5/32 wire into the Robart gear. And tighten down that hex nut. Install the Robart gear into our main brace and bolt it in. Add our shock and our 5/32 wheel collars and our wheel. That's a Dubro Featherlight. Love those tires. Okay, tighten all those hex nuts up. And now we're going to get our brass piece, fit it under our bolt, fit it through right where the shock is. And put that in our pre-drilled hole. Alright, looking cool. Okay, using 5-minute epoxy and some baby powder as a filler. Mix it all up. And we're going to spread it right next to the blind nut. That'll lock that right in. Drill a 7/64 hole. And put in your 3/4 inch 440 bolt and blind nut. Do the other side. And attach your retract strut right to them. And put on your lock nut. Okay, put your aileron connector on your other aileron connector, and using a 440 rod, make a pin. It should fit in there pretty easy. Okay, we're going to apply epoxy to the outside, that way the pin doesn't come out. And look at there. Look at that gear. Working real nice. You can adjust the retract struts if you need to. Play with them for a little while. Once everything's working good, let's paint them white. Alright, tape off where your shock travels, because you don't want any paint on there. It has to be able to travel smoothly. We're using electrical tape here. Works real nice. Alright, we're just using a little primer here. Little bit of white Krylon primer. Okay, now we've got it all painted up with black Baron white. Remove the tape and check out your shock. Ooh, those are nice. And they work good too.